The date was October 4th, 2003. The heart of the boxing world was beating at the Mandalay Bay Arena in Las Vegas. Two giants were in the ring, the 41-year-old legend Evander Holyfield and the 35-year-old technical genius making his mark in the heavyweight division, James Toney.
Gave you instructions in the dressing room. You have any questions? Okay, the belly button's the demarcation line. Let's touch gloves and go to work. Good luck.
When you look at both guys together, the physical difference is immediately apparent. Holyfield bigger, nearing 20 years.
At 219 pounds, Holyfield looked like a flawless statue, as always. James Toney entered the ring at 217 pounds. The strategic battle in the corners was just as intense as the fight itself. In Holyfield's corner was head trainer Don Turner, while Toney's corner was led by the legendary Freddie Roach.
We'll soon find out.
Well, the first punch of the fight for Evander.
There's a surprise.
Yeah, he knows he's got to throw that punch, and he must use the jab. Part of the problem with that, we'll see in this fight whether it's back.
There's a wild left hook attempt there by, has he discovered already the answer to Toney's style?
A defensive fighter. But the way you beat him is you do, there it is. Holyfield knows what to do, and he's doing it here in this round.
On the inside.
Through many arm punches.
Well, of course, he's been through a lot of wars in the Kronk gym. If he's ever felt the power of an Evander Holyfield, although Holyfield throughout his career simply by Toney, a very good first round for the legendary Holyfield, who just made Toney buckle with a body shot.
In the early stages, Holyfield took the momentum with his experience. Especially in the first round, his powerful body shots were enough to stagger Toney. In those moments, everyone was reminded why Holyfield was the betting favorite.
With an excellent hook right to the face. So far, that repaired shoulder is working. We take yet another look at it. And what makes this special is it was a very short, and this is the end of the round where they were rumbling a little bit after the bell. Again, the hook is in by Holyfield, and they have the bell.
Certainly not the same Evander Holyfield we saw in his last fight.
Back again, and is using it with great dispatch.
Toney starting to throw that left, misses with the right. Toney jabbing more now and using his spurts. He's not just trying to... There's a beautiful jab stuffed in there by Holyfield.
James Toney wants this fight in the center of the ring. You can see he is trying desperately to stay. Being more aggressive, though, here in this second round. Starting to get some of his punches off. A slight
more cutesy now. That's his style, that tricky side-slipping, the shifting.
Nothing low, Evander.
Holyfield's doing a good job committing to the body.
Stop! Since that big first...
However, from the fourth round on, the stage belonged entirely to James Toney. Toney utilized the shoulder roll, one of the greatest defensive techniques in boxing history. He deflected Holyfield's every move with his shoulders and countered with incredible hand speed.
30 seconds. He's doing nothing. He's trying to steal the rounds on you, right? Don't let that happen, okay? When you hear that 10 seconds.
Holyfield anxious to work the body. And that one, right on the border. And then he tries to double. A lot of moments in that last round, actually. And you're not supposed to be able to hook with the left hook.
And we enter round 3, scheduled for 12, a heavyweight non-title bout.
You know, Holyfield landed that big right. You very seldom. He's 41 years of age. You can't always sustain what you want over the course of a round when you're 41. And here comes Toney.
See, Rockman could tell you about it. Left-right combination upstairs didn't have full impact. He prepared for that, and he just wipes off the sweat off his shoulder as if to say to him.
Bend your legs. When you hit these corners, watch around.
Holyfield was able to do something you seldom can do against Toney. Land a good right hand, but you see how well Toney. And later on in the round, dare I say, the hand speed of James Toney, which is apparently at this juncture difference right now. I'm not saying it's dazzling at this point, but it's certainly better than Holyfield.
Trying to indicate to the judge that he hit Evander. Toney unleashing a right.
Let go, one hold.
Effective on Holyfield's head. Infighting as Toney backs off, gets himself some leverage, and fires the straight.
Holyfield is doing what he did against Bird, coming inside and smothering his punches.
And when you're almost 41 years old, those problems can crop up in a second. Back comes Holyfield.
Well, now it's what we thought it was going to be.
punches it at a very fast pace. Crisp left hooks. 3-in-a-1 answer.
Time! In my bucket. Jesus Christ. Deep breath.
There's Holyfield working the body. Toney himself coming back. That's what he does. He counters off those ropes effectively.
Holyfield has a fight on his hands, Toney. As we head into round 5, scheduled for 12. Flicking the jab, doing it all, twisting and oh, heavy right hand showing the chin of Holyfield. Press row scoring. It's all not enough.
That 4th round was a close round.
Watch your head, Evander.
Shows that he's in control of this fight. That is it right now.
Defying. Don't hook with a hooker. Again, doubling on left. It's James. Beautiful combination upstairs by James Toney. A countering right, but Holyfield couldn't.
You know, fights where fighters stand on his right side and can't land any punches. It's a now he moves for a while.
Big flurry at the end of the round.
Can't block the right hand. And the combinations from James Toney. One of the keys to victory. He had to throw more than one punch.
Going backwards. Work that jab, bumping back.
An incredible look of concern on his face, perhaps underestimating James Toney.
You know, after a textbook for
Body shot by Toney, and you saw
since then it has been all James Toney.
Now again, Toney motion.
Wow, he is just devastating Evander Holyfield now, and Holyfield's
Point, that is true. It is very easy to say that the extra weight
Evander, don't bust it.
doing exactly what he did against Chris Burr. What the reason for that? I've seen James. I've been on broadcast 15 or 20 James Toney fights. You can't. You got to get to your left.
kicking in with left hands to Holyfield's body. Has to be wearing Holyfield's tear and the exhaustion. Oh, what a right hand by Toney.
Pretty interesting.
Now he's going backwards, but he swings perhaps out of frustration, going back to the headbutting.
Thank you.
The combination punching by Toney is simply too much right now.
In this massive
Holyfield.
organization,
Talking
watched
to
by
the
millions on
judge and
Showtime,
saying, "Hey, I
Toney was
landed that.
fighting to earn his
Expect to see
career-high
this
$2
fight."
million
The right hand's been
purse.
a very important
41-year-old
weapon for him.
Holyfield still had his warrior spirit, but unfortunately, his reflexes could no longer keep up with James Toney's speed.
In almost whispering tones in the Holyfield, over, so you punch under. Let's see.
What I feel, and it may be that he's
So bubbling with confidence right now. He strutted back to
which Toney slipped. That is what he's facing.
Don't hold, don't hold.
Scores unofficial. Here's your press row, people. They've got Toney now inching ahead.
In the last 5 or 6 fights, and it's continuing.
Here, James Toney. But he keeps
Not enough punches coming from Evander Holyfield, and we don't know at this juncture if he can hurt Toney.
Beautiful. Get that. That's a way. Keep turning this guy for me, okay? All right? Are you ready? Take it.
Toney promised us he would beat Holyfield to the punch. He has done that. You notice Holyfield throws the hook, but it's blocked by Toney. Look at that. He is that.
an aficionado of legends by Holyfield out of nowhere. Countering right hand tonight. He won't step away from the sport. It is going to take a freight train.
Walcott, Ezra Charles, and a fighter who he really reveres, Rocky Nation.
He reveres Marciano because he was a small heavyweight. Now this
Lost since 1997, Toney.
Now he's getting really cute. He's got to be careful. As Toney continues to press forward, Holyfield trying to, and he stood there. Again, nothing. Comes back with a couple of soft left hands. These right hands, which he just got hit by again. There it is again, and going to twice. And Evander Holyfield, as you check out the press row scoring, it continues to Toney. Oh, there's a short left hook.
And that's not hurting James Toney.
He's going for it all
from ending. Yes, we may be seeing
And the moment arrived. In the 9th round, Toney's famous left hook to the liver sent Holyfield to the canvas. Although the legend managed to get back up, the white towel rose from his corner. Trainer Don Turner ended the fight to prevent Holyfield from taking further damage.
What's right here, Evander? Tell us what's going through your mind here.
He don't hit hard enough to get right there. Right there, it was just balance, and it was a good shot. It was a shot that knocked me down, but it wasn't, the shot that...
look in the mirror and closely examine his future as a result of this performance.
and think about where he's at.
After the fight, boxing authorities spoke with one voice. It was the end of an era. Even Holyfield's earnings, approaching $10 million, weren't enough to overshadow this heavy defeat. James Toney moved up from the lower divisions to take down a giant, etching his name in history in golden letters.
James Toney with big punches, and Toney,
he may fight again, but for all intents and purposes, could he be done? This could be the last walk.
it's not to denigrate Toney, but he was dominated.
He brings grace and elegance to